Hello everyone, Alternating Bit here. I thought I'd do a review of this Grainstorm granular synthesizer app because I really couldn't find any other video on it. I found some earlier versions, or maybe it was a different granular app for the Android operating system, and it's actually quite powerful and quite fun and rather intuitive. I mean, at first it's a bit, well, anyway, let's just get into it. I'm not an expert. This is not going to be a full comprehensive or very in-depth tutorial. This is more like a reactionary kind of review. That's kind of how I do my stuff anyway. So this is the start page, and already you're like, where do I start? Synth. That's the actual how you get to it. Okay, fine. There are some settings that you can go into. I have mine set to mono stereo. You can select, actually I thought I had it on stereo. Interesting. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so there's some settings and other stuff. I did the upgrade. You'll see why in a moment, as far as some of the extras that you get. But anyway, so this is the synth, and as they call it. And for those of you who know granular synthesis and what it's about, then pardon me for a moment. I'm just going to take a little bit of basic explanation for people who are maybe new to the concept. Basically, you are taking an existing sound and altering it and breaking it down into grains. So we're going to just do an example using this microphone, okay? And I'm just going to see there's a microphone icon there. Actually, I'm going to explain the screen real quick so you know what you're seeing. This bar here is where the audio track will be. You'll see in a moment. And up here you have these controls that really don't have any labels, but that's, again, it's an app. It's supposed to be, quick touch finger, simple, look at, whatever. I'm using a tablet, by the way, obviously. It would have been smaller on a phone, which I actually have it on a phone as well. But anyway, there's these 4 numbers. It's 4 tracks. It's really, really cool because you can work on one sound and you like how it's going, and then you can go to the next track and layer and layer. You'll see me do that in a moment. These on power icons are to activate that track and such. The circle is to output your record. You can make it into a WAV file. I think that's, again, if you do the upgrade version. I don't think you can output if you have just the free version. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick demo here. That eject icon is to load or open, I guess, for samples that you might have already on board, hopefully. But for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use a microphone. This is the Android app's Grainstorm. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so now we have that sound you're hearing is where the cursor is resting on the wave I just recorded. So if you play it back, it's just going to keep looping, right? You can change the speed. Now, you would want to then, okay, well, let's just, pick a section that we want to loop. You could also zoom in by, using your fingers to pull in or pull out. Again, this annoying buzzing you're hearing, I'll turn it down a little bit, is where the cursor is resting on the wave file. So we're gonna just put it right here and just loop that section. Okay, and now I'm gonna just stop talking for a minute so you can just see how quickly you can just play and have fun just with what we did. So, and then I'll explain a little bit afterward. I was just jumping around. You're seeing a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just quickly showing you, if you get the upgrade package, all the effects you have on board. You did hear a couple pops, and I think that's partly because, for one, I do think I'm recording stereo because it has a 2. I think it still remembers the setting I had. I don't know why it was highlighting mono, but I'm pretty sure it's recording, even though my microphone is mono, it's doing 2 channels of audio. So your reverb will have, you know, the full range of a stereo reverb, and by, you know, the more you do of the layering stuff, you're gonna have, you know, CPU issues and stuff. So if you do a simple mono, if you do it in mono, you're gonna be a lot safer. A little glitch I have, or issue I have with this, I should say, is that it doesn't have a reset settings button. They're gonna probably develop that because people have asked about it. So the only way I can, if I want to clear out all these settings that I've done on board, all the effects, all the layers, there's no way to do that. And I think that even if I exit the program and come back, I think they stay on. I can't remember for sure, but what you can do is you can save a preset, and here's where you load your presets, and I called one clean. So I'm gonna load that, and now my effects should be gone when I play this. So that's really cool. That's done. Oh, sorry for the annoying. Anyway, breaking this down now, I can explain just a little bit. So this is where you do your menus, just by these finger taps, these layers going up and down. A section I didn't even touch while I was quickly flying through there was LFO. I mean, that is really cool. It's got built-in LFOs. For those who don't know, low frequency oscillator. It's basically a slow way of conditioning and changing things. So instead of turning dials with your fingers, it's actually doing it its own way. And what's cool is there's additive and subtractive, different shapes, right? So for instance, let's go ahead and go back. Let's load a different, you know, let's load another track, something more interesting. So I'm gonna now load a drum loop, just some dubstep loop I grabbed from the internet to have for this. Okay, so we've got this, and I have to turn it on. These are the 2, this engages the entire, yikes, sorry about that. This engages all 4 tracks, and this is just the track that you're on. So let's turn that down. I don't know if there's a setting that enables you to, with your fingers, turn these dials so that you just go, actually it does do up and down. I don't know, I still have trouble. I'm a hardware guy, I prefer actual knobs, but this is something that's just really emulated well on a app platform. So, all right, so let's go and give this a roll. It's a little. All right, let's take a little section of that, and we can zoom in. Maybe we'll just take two clicks of that. Okay, and now, so the next thing down is the granulation, where you start, you know, there's even a ring mod. There's filters. I mean, again, this is all with the Pro upgrade. I apologize for not, you know, showing the simple one first. Going to get louder, so let's slow it down a little bit, make it more interesting. Now these cycles, I don't know what they are honestly, but they do some cool things, and just like a lot of these things, I just kind of, you play around with it and see what it does. That's pretty cool. Now let's try a delay this time. Go down here. And cross delay, okay. And you can assign an LFO to the cross delay. LFO 1. Control, and these are all the things that you can control. Cross delay, are we on 1 or 2? I don't even remember. This is cross delay 1. So go to my LFO, cross delay 1. This is the amount of LFO that's being added. This is the rate. We do additive, subtractive, okay? Engage it. Even has a nice little animated line to show the rate of the LFO. So this LFO is now controlling the delay. Turn it off, turn it on. Depth is the amount of how much it affects the signal. So you can probably see already, I can't hear myself speak because I have headphones on. You can probably see already the potential here. I mean, the fact that you have multiple LFOs and each LFO can control, you know, one of many parameters within. And that's just, I mean, there's so much that you can do with this. And again, that was just from this stupid little voice sample. I'm going to show you actually how we can do some layering. So we're going to play the voice sample. Hopefully it won't be as loud. So if we do this, I'm going to show you an example of, all right, we'll mess with this. That's actually kind of cool. And get some industrial, experimental stuff. Now we have the beat track going also. It's not moving, is it? Let's see. There we go. So now we have two tracks running. Once again, I think these pops are because I'm in stereo, not mono. And it's probably too late in a session in the middle of it to change. I'm going to try it right now. So go into settings, and we go to our channel layout. Ah, see, it wasn't stereo. So we're going to go into mono now. It has to restart, unfortunately. So, which probably means that we might have lost our stuff. Let's see. Oh no, okay, yeah, so it cleared out the session. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, but I can't, you know. So that's, okay, that's the unfortunate thing. But you can see how quick I can just load stuff in here, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we got our beat here, roll it. All right, we're just gonna grab a little section here. Slow it down, add some grain. It's like a phaser sound. That'd be cool with distortion. Let's just try that. What? Rotary speaker? Wow, there's some cool stuff in here, I'm telling you. There it is. Sorry for the audio. That's pretty cool. So now we'll load something else in track 2. All right. Let's see what we got here. Can also change the direction of playback. Okay, so in just a few, like a minute or so, I had a lot of stuff going on. Pretty cool, lots of power, fun and simple interface. Just takes a minute to learn a few things, figure out where some of the shortcuts are. Yeah, there's even a vocoder, phase vocoder. I'm basically, obviously I'm pretty much selling you on the upgrade version, but I think it's well worth it. It does have a built-in instruction manual, which is nice. The only thing that it lacks is kind of saying what's what on the screen as far as how do I get to here? Like I'll talk about, envelope followers or whatever. You're like, oh, cool. That's what they do. But it doesn't tell you how to get there. I mean, I understand there's only so much you want to, hold people's hands with, I guess, but you have to figure it out and kind of find it on your own for now, unless there's something I'm missing. Maybe online there's more, but anyway, so that is a kind of a quick look at Grainstorm. Hope this gave you an idea and helps you along the way. So this is Alternating Bit. Thanks for watching.